Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Miami Marlins. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to roll here. And towing the slab in this one, Yuri Perez.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
And now the right fielder, Will Brennan. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Got him. One down.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
So up next, Buddy Kennedy. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
He was all over that one. So impressive that he didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Man at first, one away. Ball two. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two on, one out. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
So up next for Chicago, Edouard Julien. And that's through there for a strike. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he deals. Squirts away a little bit. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Jack K is his third of the game. 2 left on. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill today, Drew Thorpe. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. This is Willie Castro. On the ground to first. Slides for the stop. Here's one. Out. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Runner on the go. And there's a fly ball deep right field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Taylor Ward, the next up for the Marlins. On the ground to third, Kennedy. Slinging it to first in time. And time now for the Marlins lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Connor Wong.
Well, he's been putting up some huge power numbers, and opposing pitchers know that they can't make mistakes to him. In fact, they probably circle him pregame, making sure that if they're in a situation where their back is against the wall, they're going to find a way to pitch around him. Players that are in the top 5 in slugging percentage in the league really don't get overlooked.
This one in the air. Montgomery brings it in. And that is the third out of the inning. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here in Miami, new inning getting started. And here is Kyle Teal. Perez winds and deals. That one fouled off. This one popped up. Castro makes the grab. One up, one down. Tim Elko getting ready to hit. Elko with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
And next to hit for the Sox, Jace Young. There's a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed.
Ball 2.
2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Down in order go the White Sox. And it remains 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 2nd. Now it's the right fielder, Will Benson. Next offering in there for a strike. It's 2-2. That one is absolutely belted. Gone way up into the upper deck. Into the 2nd deck it goes, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0. He put a charge into that one.
That was a lightning swing right there, no doubt about it.
That home run was a no-doubter. As we dive into the numbers with StatCast.
Crushed. They just absolutely crushed. 112 miles per hour on the exit velo, and like you said, no doubt about that one. Plenty of launch angle to give it that backspin as well, and that carried way over the wall.
Here's the 3rd baseman, Junior Caminero. Swing and a bouncer out to short. Zips it across, and that's the 1st out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Next to hit, Dane Myers. Swing and a chopper out to short. Slings to first in time.
The 2nd baseman.
2 down, bases empty. Trey Sweeney, the next up for the Marlins. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across here in game 1 of this 3-game set. In the air, left field. Benintendi moving under it. And that ends the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. And it's 2-0. You're watching Miami Marlins baseball on The Show, Florida. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. And now it's even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
So the lineup flips over, and now the right fielder, Will Brennan. On the ground, Sweeney gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. 2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Buddy Kennedy. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the White Sox. They trail it here 2-0. as we go to the last of the third. Here's the center fielder, Luis Matos. Ground ball left side. Montgomery. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning. So digging in, Willie Castro. And a base hit up the middle. Runner stops at second, and the first two reach to start the inning.
Back-to-back singles. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
First and second, no outs. And now the first baseman, Lamont Wade Jr. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Matos at second. Castro at first with no outs. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Brennan under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And here's the catcher, Connor Wong. That misses. 3-2 now. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Jamison Tyone getting loose out there. Lively getting cranked up as well. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And there's 2 down. And up next for Miami, Will Benson. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in here in the last half of the third. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
There's a swing and a drive. Here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Drew Thorpe done for the night, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
New pitcher for the White Sox, Jameson Taillon.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Junior Caminero, the next to hit. Line drive. And Benintendi able to make the grab. And that will end the inning. But the Marlins get 3 on the homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out. You know, these White Sox, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. That one misses.
That's down.
So a leadoff walk.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
So a man aboard. Now here's Trent Grisham. Benintendi gets his lead at first with nobody out. A little out front there as he swings through it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's in the dirt.
Damn.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. And it remains 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Castro makes the grab, 1 away.
Now back the second baseman, Edward Julian.
Here's the second baseman, Edouard Julien. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
No, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate.
Oh, now this is blasted way back there, on its way, gone. He'll touch them all. His 9th homer of the year, and they cut into the deficit. It's 6-2. So up next for Chicago, Tim Elko. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 1-2.
One ball.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Stays alive. The 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. For the White Sox with a 2-run homer. Now a 6-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a check of the current standings. Swing and a miss. That's the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
That to right. Brennan pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Luis Matos.
So the batting order turns over. And now the center fielder, Luis Matos. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Tap back up the middle. Tosses to first, and that is that. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Marlins 6 and the White Sox 2. So the Marlins go with a new arm, George Soriano. He last pitched 2 days ago. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a ball popped up. Caminero puts it away for the out.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a miss as he was late.
I think he was sitting
1
off
ball,
speed there.
2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, the White Sox leadoff man, Will Brennan. This one in the air. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Marlins 6 and the White Sox 2. Back here at Lone Depot Park, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Willie Castro. This one in the air, right field, Brennan. 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Ramos.
Lamont Wade Jr. will hit next. One down, base is empty. And that's just foul. Lined into right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
2 outs. Swing and a ground ball out to short. What a stop. Gathers and throws, and they get the out.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
It's that time of the season. Let's check out some notable trade candidates. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Benintendi to the plate. Strike on the inside corner. The Fish leading by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row. Stayed with the fastball on all 3 pitches to put him away.
Yeah, just straight attacked him, and those locations of the fastball is what really stood out to me, Boog. Started him inside, really good location. Then he went away for strike 2, going kind of east-west, and then finishes him off up in the zone with some good velocity. That's just great execution. Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Swing and a miss, struck him out, and he strikes out the side here in the 6th. Nothing across here this half. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Marlins 6 and the White Sox 2. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Swing and a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Ripped on a line. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Now batting, the third baseman,
Junior Caminero, the next up for the Marlins. Wong over at first with 1 away. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Lead runner holds at second base. First and second with 1 down. 2 on, 1 out. And next is the designated hitter, Dane Myers. 2 on, 1 out. And they're all loaded up.
Take your base.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
Trey Sweeney now at the plate. Oh, great stop. Off balance feed. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. This one in the air. Caminero under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Up next to the White Sox, the catcher, Kyle Teal.
Now the catcher up to hit, Kyle Teal. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Popped up on the left side of the infield. Castro. He's there. He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
The first baseman, Tim Elko.
2 down, bases empty. Tim Elko getting ready to hit. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Benson makes the catch, inning over. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The center fielder, Luis Matos.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
On the ground to the left. Fires across the diamond. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, shortstop, Willie Castro.
And now for the Marlins, Willie Castro. Lifted in the air, right center field. Brennan in position. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Lamont.
2 outs, base is empty. Lamont Wade Jr. the next up for the Marlins. Out to short, Montgomery. That's the inning.
He's out.
Nothing doing for the Marlins. They lead it 6-2. New pitcher for the Marlins, Yoel Payams.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. And the count 1-2. Got him swinging.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
And it's even up.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
And he chases that one. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing beatings. Now it's the right fielder, Will Brennan. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. The throw to first, and the White Sox go quietly. So they make short work of them there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Marlins 6 and the White Sox 2. The White Sox going with a new arm, Cooper Criswell.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Here's the left fielder, Taylor Ward. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Up the middle, Montgomery on to first. 2 up, 2 down.
The right fielder, number 30,
Will Benson, the next to hit. Ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No play, that's an infield single.
Everything came together for him. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Junior Caminero will hit next. First offering. Runner goes. Cut on and miss. And it's safe. It's a stolen base. Benson on at second with 2 down. On the ground to short. Montgomery fires over to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule. And a foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
And they'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boog, get back on track. His team needs him.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Way back there. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases. His 14th of the year. It's 6-3. Singy, that's his 150th career home run.
Man, Boog, 150 trips around the bases. That's a lot. Congrats to him. I tell you what, that's a lot of trotting. Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul, was able to...
Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Andrew Nardi.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
One out, bases empty, and a run in here at the top of the ninth. That one finds the zone, and it's 2-2. One down, bases empty. Got him swinging. And they're down to their last out.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
The White Sox down to their final strike. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.